Set. Here we go.
My clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from Heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tommy C. This is Shop Point. Got a very special interview guest. Somebody I've been keeping an eye on. As you know, I've done Wooly One and, of course, Willie Mac Show. iNabber, some up-and-coming guys, affectionately known as the NCO. Some of you may know, some of you may not. And I am happy to report that, I mean, everybody's growing at different levels, but we are growing and pose more and more of a threat to the, I guess, the mainstream commentators every single day. And now I'm gaining, which is more fucking important than anything.
Yeah, you just hit 34K, didn't you?
Yes, for the second time. I'll take it. But you just hit 37, and you are the guest of honor today. And so congratulations for that. I have never hit 37. I hit 36. And you've done it in quite a strange way. But before, I wouldn't say strange. I think you gambled, but we'll get into that. James's link is in the description box below. I highly recommend you check his stuff out because he's actually doing stuff different. And by different, I say he's doing a good job branding himself. And I got to be honest, he's not just staring on his moral high horse, which is a welcome relief in the commentary community.
It is a lot of compliments so far. This is nice.
It is welcome. It is welcome as far as I'm concerned, because when I watch commentary videos, I want to laugh. And I think you're doing a good job doing that. First and foremost, Ali A seems to be... the commentary community likes to have the target of the month. It's Ali A. If you don't know who Ali A is, he's a Fortnite YouTuber, formerly a COD YouTuber. And he found this... I think the secret to his success is his incredible thumbnails, where he can sort of put like Iron Man. It looks like a new Iron Man skid. That's going to get the kiddies up.
Yeah.
And it's like 50 minutes, like it's 20, 30 minutes. It's almost like a podcast. Point, bitch. Thanks so much. Welcome to the Fuckheads. It's almost a video of just him playing Fortnite, probably about as well as I do. I mean,
he doesn't win his games, but you've got to question, like, when you're playing on a daily basis and that is your whole thing, to putting something that's essentially wrong and faking a thumbnail and just replacing what content could have been with gameplay, it is slightly ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but I would say unlike a lot of YouTubers, you really didn't concentrate on the moral faux pas or the breach of ethics as much as some other guys. You just kind of like had fun with the guy, and I think what you managed to do is you're not jealous of Ali A, are you?
No, not at all. I think it's a mistake that a lot of commentators make to feel like you're on some kind of high ground. I think at the end of the day, we're all YouTubers. I use my tags as much as Ali A does. I try to bring in people as much as Ali A does. What I want to do is make something that someone will laugh at, because I know, Ali A, as you said, has been the focus of, the target of the month.
He's the new guy. He's the target of the month.
For me, he's just another creator who's getting a lot of attention that I know I can take the piss out of in good heart and try and make something funny for people that like to watch me, or people that like to, just want to relax and watch something a bit funny. Do
you think guys take a lot of commentators look like I'm gonna take this guy apart, and this video is going to hurt? Maybe subconsciously they think this hurt him.
I think
this is so good.
The idea of that has very much changed. I think as time's passed on, I think everyone's begun to realize, we can't kill careers with these videos. So, and I think when I realized that, my thought wasn't, I think for some people, they see that and they go, well, I'm still going to get the views if I do a video on someone like this. For me, it's like, well, I'm not going to do anything really. I don't want to come off as someone that's spiteful, someone that's jealous of how they're doing. I just want to take something that is trending and turn it into something that if you don't like it, if you don't enjoy it, or even if you do, you can laugh at it. And that's the big thing for me.
I enjoy your attitude. It's you're definitely doing I don't seem to be in character now, which I appreciate, by the way. But you're definitely doing and I think long term that's going to pay off for you, because you're going to get James Marriott. And even going back to like December, 4 months ago, like your Logan Paul video, not a little more in vain with what was going on in the time, going back, YouTube advocates, pedophilia, and here's why. This is very different than the stuff you're doing now.
Yeah, you know what? I've been making videos, commentary videos, since 2016, and I think I approached it in the wrong way for the longest time. I think that the person that told me this all the time was my girlfriend. She's not into YouTube, but she goes like, you know what? You're going into these trending topics. You're giving the same opinion that hundreds, if not thousands, of people are giving. You're not bringing anything new to the table. And I would say like, oh no, but it's my personality. That's what makes it different. You know, I'm coming in and it's me. That's the selling point. But I realize if you watch those videos, you don't care anything for what I'm actually doing or saying. You're just agreeing with the points. So I think when I realized that, it was important for me to start making something which focused on me instead of, what I'm talking about, what I'm reacting to.
And your branding. While you're doing this too, you're branding. You're not even pressing you and me. I ran into a similar problem. I thought YouTube was about roasting everybody, and why I'm not. I don't go. Why I'm not opposed to doing it even now. It can't be entirely what you're about, especially with my with my platform or whatever the fuck it's called. And I'm glad that more and more guys are realizing that, because a lot of them just come off as sort of nerds, jealous nerds.
It's an issue really, because I actually think roasting is one of the most, if used correctly, it's one of the most underrated versions of content. Like I think if you can make a roast of someone that's lighthearted, that they'll watch themselves and enjoy, you're able to use someone's name, use the platform they've given themselves, and they've made for themselves, and you're able to kind of capitalize on that while simultaneously not really pissing them off. It pisses off some people. It pisses off the diehards.
Yeah, the hardened fans are pissed off either way. Thank you so much, Pig Dot. James Marriott finally made it big. I'm weepy-eyed, of course.
Pig Dot's been there for very early days.
When is Pig Dot's funny as fuck? When is Pig Dot gonna make it big? That's what I want to know.
He needs to upload first.
Yeah, he could. Well, he's got a girlfriend now, which is, first of all, shocking enough as it is, and the fact that his memes just went straight to shit, right afterwards. It really is a goddamn shame. I want the chronic masturbator putting up fucking good memes, not the guy that's has a girlfriend. Ali A looks sick. Go get a burger.
Yeah.
Is that
this is the video of him dancing and his legs just look like sticks.
It looks like sticks. I have the same problem. Ali A's reaction to the commentary community has been interesting too. As far as I've seen, you can correct me if I'm wrong, he hasn't fired back really hard. He's been relatively upfront. While his content is horribly misleading, his public statements has been, I need the money. I lived a COD lifestyle. Love the stream. Been here since 36. I've been here since 33. I've been here since 36. Thank you so much, Bernie, for adding to the pile and giving that nice tip. His approach has been different. Yeah, I need the money.
You know what? And I'm not gonna. I
can't do it either.
Like at the end of the day, some people come on this platform to do that. Ali A is not out here trying to make James Marriott, 20 years old from England, try to watch his Fortnite content when I'm not really into Fortnite. He doesn't care about what I think.
Sure.
He cares about the millions of people that are coming to the content every day. If he can keep 2 million people, he gets videos with upwards of 5 million, 6 million views, and he uploads daily. Like if he can bring that on, then so be it. I wouldn't want to fire back. I wouldn't want to try and ruin that.
Yeah, it's a part of me. Can't blame him. I'm looking into the legalities. I'm thinking about reading children's books and coming up with a complete, and then it'll be completely separate from Shot from the Point. Yeah. And it would be a business venture. And because people tell me when I read books to my kids, it's like an adventure. So if I can come up, but it would be children's entertainment. Yeah. I'm sure the but
it's a massive market.
It is a massive market. I just got to see if it's in fair use or not. To read Green Eggs and Ham. And it's something that I would enjoy doing because it's complete leap. you know, and it'd sort of be like what's his face, Sino, going to ASMR.
I was about to mention that. You know, ASMR. It's these different, you know, communities of YouTube that have space for growth. You know, people are always clicking on these videos, and if you make commentary, if you've got like a good voice, you can get into that. I mean, you've got the right microphone for it if you've been making commentary videos, so why not give it a go? We'll give it a go, and it's working for him. It's working for him.
I've thought about it. I don't know if it is, but I just can't. You know, if Ali is making people happy at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and argue with anybody. His content is trash. I mean, it's trash. It's got no soul. And I'm sorry, you can make Let's Plays that have soul. I've seen them.
Absolutely.
One of our NCO guys, Notch, tweeted. What did he?
Schlatt, yeah.
Schlatt, yeah. Notch tweeted out some of his stuff. That Let's Play, if it is a Let's Play, it's really more.
It's more like
it's a commentary Let's Play, to be honest with you. That it had soul. So much that
it was an amazing video. I remember watching it, and I was kind of sat there in awe, and I was expecting some kind of like meme Minecraft video, and I was by the end of it, I was like, "Fuck."
See, that's your. I didn't connect with it that level, probably because my age, and I've never actually played Minecraft more than a minute. But I mean, I could see that connecting with people. I mean, if that was Donkey Kong for me, I would really get it. And the fact that Notch picked up on it, what the fuck is going on with me? James Marriott's hair.
Always happens, man, on live streams. Like on videos, I can look at the shot before and sort it out, but I'm always fucking playing with my hair. I keep fucking it up. I'm gonna leave it.
You're gonna leave it. What's going on with his hair? So you got your own guys goofing on you. Tobes wrote, I had to go to the consulate today to deal with citizenship issues and stuff like that. So Tobes wrote some of your questions, and I want to get into them right now.
Good man.
Why do you think it contributes to the rapid growth? All right, we already actually asked this. Thank you so much, Bolt. Bert C is back. Yes, I'm very happy Bert C is back. And I'm sure most of the people hate my guts do too. We already talked about why you changed it up. But do you think your growth has been pretty serious last month or two? Do you what do you contribute to that other than the change? Is anything specific with the change?
You know what? I think it came as a mix of both things, a mix of a few things. First of all, like getting involved on Twitter. I'd never done it until late, like August-ish. I mean, in July, I started speaking to the right opinion a bit. In August, I started like getting more involved in replies and all that. People started to notice me in like December, I'd say. Not notice as in like, I mean, my channel started blowing up, never did that. But like people in the community, like I kind of hit up some of the CGL lot.
That's when I noticed you. And by the way, you're very supportive of me when I was warring with over the child and Keemstar.
Oh,
thank
absolutely.
You very much. You were really supportive. Yeah, but no, I don't want to go to that. But I just wanted to thank you. But go ahead.
I was going to mention it.
Yeah.
And then you know, I became friends with a few of those lot, and then of course, Just Destiny gave me a shout out. But I think before that happened, my content had changed. And before people were saying like, "Oh, James is a good small commentator," when I changed up my content and I started making videos about some of the people that I met, like Pyrocynical, Elvis the Alien, I feel like people started going like, "Oh, hey." And that's when they started replying. I think Elvis the Alien retweeted the video.
Good man.
And then that was when I kind of reached like the 4K level. And then Just Destiny and I started talking about a collab. And then since then, it's been really taken off a bit. But it's kind of slowed down now, which it will. But.
Well, it always does. But I mean, you're doing something that I'm still trying to do, self-brand. It's not as easy as it looks. I mean, you do it for your hardcore audience, but it is tough to do it on a massive level. Let's take somebody that I've been dealing with. Banks really wasn't able to. I mean, although he was a figure, he wasn't really able to self-brand until sit with Logan Paul. Even in court, he admitted that the internet celebrity thing was somewhat new to him, which isn't totally true. He's always been a bit an internet celebrity, but that one incident. It really doesn't matter. He got to the level where it doesn't matter where your content is. PewDiePie can put an F in his next title. It's getting 1 million views.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and that goes along with self-branding, which is probably the most difficult thing to do. Dr. Phil videos blown up. Trigger Tro over 1 million now. Not a popular guy in the NCO. Trigger Tro. I don't have a problem with him because he follows me on Twitter, but I don't really have an issue with him whatsoever. Dr. Phil videos. This is the guy that kind of pioneered it, or at least get it going. He doesn't make claims, so you can pretty much do what you want with his videos. What do you think of them?
Right. I think I've actually mentioned my opinion to Tobes about this before, which is why he's probably kept it in. For me, I did a couple of reaction commentaries about TV shows while my content was still kind of like in its kind of raw, basic stages before I started trying to do the Everything Wrong With series, and I enjoyed it at the time, but I kind of realized I don't think I will ever go back to doing videos on TV shows. I was thinking about it one time and I said, well, these are, unlike Little Tay, you can take, or other internet celebrities, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, you can kind of mock them slightly. With TV shows, they're made to be entertaining. And, their whole point is to grab people's attention, to not clickbait people necessarily, but bring people on, like this little girl thinks she's a millionaire, or thinks money grows on trees, all those titles. For me, it's like I'm not adding anything to this conversation. If I make a video on this, I'm just going, that's so funny, but anyone who watches that is going to have that that response to it. Whereas if I take someone like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, or any of the creators I've talked, Ali A even, it's like I'm putting myself up against someone who has a concrete audience, someone who is actually loved, someone who has millions and millions of followers for their own reasons. So for me, I can't see myself ever really going back to Dr. Phil commentary.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of it in general? Why do you think it's done so well? I mean, it's a lot. I saw a lot of guys bitching about it and Trigger Tro, and then I saw the same guys actually making some Dr. Phil stuff.
My issues with Trigger Tro are beyond Dr. Phil commentary. I think he could do any form of commentary, and I'd still have my issues with his delivery and his comedy. Which is one of my first Everything Wrong With videos was about him, and it was serious. It was really serious. I was like, I've had enough of him. I'm gonna probably the wrong mindset to have about it, but I really did go in on him in that video, and I regret that. But Dr. Phil videos in general, for me, it seems, I don't know. For me, it's like somewhat of a cop out, because these videos, they're always going to do well. You make them look like they're the original clip of the video, and these Dr. Phil's a massive name.
Sure.
And
For
he's got
20
this
years,
name
too.
through the content. So it doesn't surprise me that Trigger Tro's done the same thing, because people see that title, they go, that sounds insane. Click.
Yeah. That is, you and Keemstar should have a spelling bee in the Special Olympics. I think he'd win, be honest with you. I'm not bad. J Station, whoa. Multi-million sub YouTuber. Thank you, man.
It's J Station, isn't it?
That is the J Station.
Wow.
I like J Station because he is probably a target for you guys in a lot of ways, and I've been critical of J.
Yeah, I do know who he is. I wasn't gonna.
But yeah, no, it's okay. No, I don't think he gives a shit.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think he cares, and that's kind of why I like him. He doesn't care.
Well, it's that same thing. We were talking about Ali A. If you're gonna roll it, you're not going to try and be.
There's something to be said if it's low end content. Look, I like pro wrestling. That's not exactly high content, but I don't want to be taking it away from me. If somebody wants to go in and see J Station get scared by something or something like that, more power to them. And I think it's like a lot of things. Most people know it's not real. They just like to see J Station react the way he is.
Yeah,
and I think what happens is people with different comedy tastes or different entertainment tastes look at it and they get confused. It's like, this must be bad, and it really isn't. It's one of the reasons I'm more character issue, and I can't go after Ali A because he's absolutely upfront, at least on who he is, other than his content. And who says your content has to be 100% on the level? It's entertainment. So I mean, and I think Jay kind of falls up in that category, but I mean, certainly he's open up for criticism. And
I think, with J Station, for me, it's if I look at J Station's content, it's the same way I'd see like Lance Stewart's, horror content or the scary content. I look at that and I go, I can make a video on that. I can take the piss out of that, but it doesn't go beyond that for me. It's like if I see someone's content, I think this is hilarious in one way or another, I can make a video from that, but I'm never going to turn to them and go like, you're a shit person. Because at the end of the day, it's like, there are a few questionable things, when we were back in the Logan Paul times, but for me, you gotta grind. It's if you're making content, I'm not complaining, because I can make something off of that too.
Sure. Well, I don't even care about the character. I care about the bullshit image they're putting on, passing it off as something real. That I think that's it. I mean, my biggest irritants are Cavos, who's a total fraud, because I knew him privately. He's a fraud privately as well. Like I just can't get mad at Ali A. Like I'm grinding, I'm hustling. I'm sorry, there's something about that I respect, but I also think those guys are open for criticism.
Yeah, I think that criticism goes a certain way. With Kavos, I've never had a bad experience with Kavos. Maybe that's just the fact that I'm quite new to the community. By the time I got in the community, the enemies were already made. The I'm Alex drama happened fairly soon, and I remember one of my first streams I did, one of my first drunk streams I did, I think he donated $150, $200.
Really?
Something like
That's
that.
the first time I'm hearing he's done anything like that.
And that's just before he disappeared as well. And I've DM'd him a couple times since then, but it's never really gone beyond anything like that. He probably doesn't even remember who I am.
Well, my private conversations with him were quite good. I thought his stand-up things, but the line blurs with him on Twitter. On what he's supposed to be. It's like, I don't
He knows
care.
what he's doing. Like, you got to remember that
YouTube-wise, algorithm-wise, yes.
But I also think it's persona. I don't think, if I were to meet Kavos in real life, even if someone like, the people who have had drama with him, if Alex met him tomorrow, they'd meet up and there would be no beef. It would be absolutely fine.
I'm pretty sure, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'll put this out there. Kavos promised to go to Real Talk's event, and up until he found out he was supposedly going, until I was going, and then Alex was going.
Yeah, to be fair, I remember on the stream that he donated.
What do you think I was doing? What do you think I was doing? I was gonna throw a swing at him. I mean, like, I would have let it go for that. I would have let it go for that. And I had beef with Alex at one point, and he was nothing but nice to me.
Alex is lovely.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a fantastic guy. And another thing is like this idea that you can't have friends with content you disagree with. I disagree heavily with iNammer's content, but he's one of the better guys I've met on the platform. As far as like genuine dudes,
iNammer was one of the first people to get not my name out there as such, but he definitely mentioned me to some of the bigger guys in the community.
And that's another thing I like about him. He's not all about himself. He will shout somebody out. He will help you out. And
I respect someone who's got that kind of.
When I say I disagree with his content, I disagree with some of the things he says. I don't disagree with content. He can do whatever the fuck he likes.
Well, this is what we were saying. It's like, when you have content like iNammer, his whole thing is putting out opinions. When he sees a trending topic happen, or a topic he wants to get his opinion out on, he'll do that. And his audience love that, and I mean the views are accounting up. And
how does that make him any different than J Station? By the way, thank you so much, J Station, for the super chats. I do appreciate it. And like how does that make him any different? I don't know. But I want to make this clear. Just because you embrace what a shitbag you are, it doesn't make you beyond criticism. And I think that's something that Kavos has gotten a trap. Well, I'm not a comedian, and I'm this. What are you? What are you? You're really just embracing everything, or saying I'm not this or that. So to all the thank you. That's great. Welcome. You sounds like you belong here.
Yeah.
Raw Man.
Getting the right audience in.
I think Raw Man's going to be my next interview, by the way.
Roman's great. I fucking love his content. Hilarious guy.
I know, Brazil. I never bought me Zoella's event calendar for Christmas. Hypocrite. Another great guy. Detective Decker. Definitely a guy who needs to make contact. All right, let's go back to Tobes. Questions.
Let's do it.
You mentioned in this tweet that you don't like commentators criticizing other commentators. But doesn't that defeat the purpose of the commentary community? That's okay. That's a tough one.
My thing with that, right, was, and that was essentially, it was a tweet I made a few days ago, which ended in a joke about having this kind of commentary party where we all meet up. We all have to bring like one food, one drink item. And it was based off the idea that when I met everyone at Insomnia, when I wanted to meet you too, it was just, there was no such thing as drama anymore. I think when you're over the internet, it becomes like this high school of people clashing and people arguing. That's what I said about Kavos. I said, like, I would be down just to have everyone in one room at one time, as long as, we're not bringing in any weapons. People who've been susceptible to nonsing or all that shit. Just bring them all in and just see how it goes. And I think the point I was making was, like, I see people coming into the community seeing commentary as this thing where you've got a group on top and these people need to be toppled before you can go on top. And for me, I remember thinking about that attitude. It's one of the reasons I started making videos on Keemstar ages ago. Yeah. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that idea, so I thought
I don't like the idea either, but I don't think you should dismiss it. There is some truth to it, as far as being able to move up. I feel like I remember Keem telling me when he was feeling down about Grade and Leafy, which he was generally hurt.
Yeah.
He's just saying, he goes, I let my guard down. This is Game of Thrones. I forgot that. And I don't know how true that was. I think he got outwitted a little bit, but he definitely was hurt at the time.
Not surprised.
Yeah, and this is Game of Thrones. I let my guard down. They jumped over me. He says, that's what you do. And he even said, like, I've mentioned this a million times, you collab, you start drama with the person you collab in, and if you're successful, you move ahead of them, you take their subs. And it is just that simple.
For me, though, like, I think what I'm trying to prove at the moment in commentary is that I can roll through from this point, from 4K till now. I've been able to roll through the community. I come on Twitter, I chat to people that I chat to. I'm in a fair few group chats. I pop in every now and then. I'm not anyone's enemy in this community, but you can get growth without having to be someone's enemy. You can be successful. You can get a video do well, even if you're saying everything wrong with this person. You can have that video do well and not become their enemy. Is what I'm trying to prove.
I do agree with you, but this is where I will disagree with you. There's going to be a time where you're going to have to defend yourself.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
you're going to have to throw down. You might have to go in on something.
Well, trust me, I'm someone who's who had your.
You can't be afraid of confrontation and be a commentator. You cannot.
Well, exactly. But bear in mind, I'm not someone who's just come into this game and gone, I'm just going to mindlessly roast people a few times. I'm someone who's been
that's
making
what I did.
videos since
What do you mean?
2016.
I'm a big star. Fucking that's all I. Well, you're smarter than me. You already proved it. Let's see where he goes in. Commentary. How would you describe the everything wrong with? You have your own. You're gonna hate this guy if whatever. You're gonna hate this guy. You have everything wrong with. The series. Some of the series was controversial, like the Trigger Tro and Ninja. By the way, love. Not that I hate Ninja. No problems with Ninja. Love guys like you and Willie Mac Show that take shots at the big guys. When you're gonna get disliked by the title, I love it.
I don't. Honestly, like with dislikes for me, for the longest time, my most viewed video was a video about Vitas, this Russian singer, and it's like this silly little. It's a meme, so you probably will have seen it. But I made a video called a lyric breakdown, and this video's got like 90,000 views. I made it in 2016, and it got like 400 views every 2 days for every day. Well, like forever.
Yeah,
really.
you gotta recommend it.
And it had more dislikes than likes, but it brought people in. And I thought to myself, well, who cares about being disliked? If what I'm making is not truly that offensive, I don't care if I piss off a few people if another few people like the content, No,
I mean, I'll go through the same thing right now. And it hasn't always. I've made the content that's gotten below 50% and lost subs. And right now, I'm getting the content that it's about, I guess the video's 50-50, maybe it's even under 50, and I'm gaining. So that just tells me that I'm connecting with half the audience.
Absolutely.
I think the ratings are really important, and to turn them off or to leak comments is stupid.
Yeah, never.
You got to be. It's no for yourself. It's stupid. It's not just. It's an image thing. I do understand the idea is if you look weak, then people like move to the prettier girl in the room, and there's some truth in that. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. When I started gaining subs, the first fucking thing is I posted it on Twitter, and then within a day it became this profile is being visited at moderate level. So there is some truth, and I think a lot of people came back. It was like they were embarrassed to. It's almost was my content. They were embarrassed to sub to me. So there is that aspect of it. You still have to be the prettiest girl in the room, and I just once you're pretty again, things start rolling. But I don't want to be the guy that's not. I have no criticisms of Ninja whatsoever, except very light ones on some of the decisions he made, and I think that those decisions have to do with being one of the biggest video game stars in history and not knowing what the fuck to do. I love the fact that you have the balls and other guys have the balls to criticize H3 and Poods and stuff like this.
Yeah, you know what? My big plan, my big like everything wrong with plan is I make these videos about all the creators that I admire, the creators that make me, want to make something out of them. And it's going to end with one on PewDiePie. I want that to be like the big.
Do you want your pinnacle to be Poods? Is that your favorite YouTuber? Is that your favorite YouTuber?
Oh, difficult, right? I was inspired by a lot of people. My favorite YouTubers, they're long gone now. These were the days of like Wheezy Waiter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like ages and ages ago. PewDiePie, yeah, he's always been up there. Even like moving into commentary, I've always looked at his content and gone, especially like 2016 PewDiePie, I absolutely adored that content. But also, you got people in the community, people like I'm Alex always inspired me. In 2016, I'm Alex, Will Any, Memulus, even talking about H3 in his old reaction days. I try and take a lot of inspiration from that. But there's people nowadays. Cam Kirkham is someone who inspires me now, because I used to think commentary, you turned on your camera, you sat in front of this screen. Well, you sat in front of the camera and you just talked, and then you go into your edit, you edit it, you make it look good. But what he does is his videos are a story. So he goes out and he does these intros. Halfway through the video, he'll have a skit, and I love that. I want to try and incorporate more.
What's
of that
his YouTuber's name?
Cam Kirkham. I'll
you have to
DM
check
him.
into it. Don't do it right now, but make sure.
Yeah,
make sure
I collabed with him on a Love Island video, and he he absolutely roasted me in it. He said he was going to do it. I essentially roasted him in my element of that video. But before he introduced me, he said something like, and I'm very lucky to have brought someone in from Hollywood. So I'd just like to welcome Jack Black on. And then it cut to me. And then at the end of the video, he goes, everyone go on to his most recent video and comment B-Tech Jack Black.
Black Jack.
And I must have...
You're a skinny Black Jack. You're skinny. You do. There's a very resemblance, to be honest with you.
And then I got I think it was 200, 300 comments of just that. And it was ridiculous. Funny. But yeah, he's a great guy.
This is going to put you up against the wall a little bit. But keep in mind, this is not me. Why did you make an apology? Let me read something. It appears that this video picked up some negative response. I address these now. My aim on YouTube is entertaining. Will is to give you all the videos you'll nod along and agree with. This is the most part that I feel. This part that I feel the creativity and comedic through criticism. I'm not going to go in there, but it is relatively apology. Why make that? Why write that?
Right. I was going to talk about this when you mentioned comments. I'm not sure which video this would have been. I think it might have been the Trigger Tro one.
Yes, I think it was.
Right. Every now and then. I didn't do this for the Ninja video. Because that got dislikes, but the Trigger Tro video came out. Well, right. I got the Just Destiny shout out, and people started coming on to. Well, I predicted this essentially because Just Destiny and Trigger Tro, their content isn't too dissimilar. It's both reaction commentary. They both talk about topics like Dr. Phil, Lil Tay, all these these up and coming topics that reaction commentators really grasp onto. And I didn't want people to come onto that video and go, oh, why should I subscribe to this guy? He hates one of my favorite creators. I wanted to make it clear that when I make a video on someone, I'm not trying to attack their character.
You're doing damage control.
Yeah, essentially.
You're doing some damage control.
And I'm people who watch me, people who have seen a video of mine before the Trigger Tro video, they'll go into that Trigger Tro video, they'll be like, okay, I'm watching this, I'm gonna just relax. People who see an everything wrong with title, they see that one of their favorite creators in there, they click on that and they're like, oh my god, they're ready to hate you.
Ready. Yeah.
I've done those little comments, I think 3 times now in all of the videos I've ever made, and I find that even if no one reads that comment, even if no one cares, for me, I can say, well, hey, you know what? I try to explain the context of the video.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I have a similar problem. It's easy when you don't have any subs, and it's easy when you're losing them. You could say whatever the fuck you like. I'm in a situation where I owe John Scarce a lot right now. I think he did something this channel that shook up the algorithm. And although John, like every other YouTuber, there's plenty of criticism to give out there. But I've always maintained that I like the guy. I even made fun of the guy, and he still gave me a gift. I do feel like I have to watch what I say when it comes to John, that I really can't go in on him like I would on Keemstar or something like that. So, and it does, and then, I think of that, and it's like, well, wait a minute, now I'm betraying the whole commentary code over here, but I got a business to run. So I do know where you're coming from. Is it difficult? Right. Does it keep you up at night trying to walk that line? Because
not particularly, right? But basically, I was thinking about this before we came on. If I received a comment the other day when I uploaded my Ali A video, I think it was the first video when I uploaded it. This guy had notifications on, and he replied saying, "I can't believe it was it was serious. I could tell it was serious by the way he worded it, but it was like, I can't believe you've made this video on Ali A. I'm unsubscribed. I can't believe you've done this, essentially."
Yeah.
And I came to the thought of it, and I was like, I don't want that person as my audience.
Okay. But you can only do that so much. I overdid that, Canned. I'll be honest with you. You can only do that so much, but continue.
But what I mean is I'm making these videos, and the Ali A video, I don't hate the guy. I don't even dislike the guy. I just wanted to take the piss out of his content. And if you're not willing to let something that you love be just slightly poked at, have a bit of fun poked at it, then in all honesty, my channel is probably not for you.
Yeah.
Because there are no boundaries. My video this Sunday is on someone I really very much admire. He's actually getting involved in the video, hopefully. But I'm still expecting dislikes. I'm still expecting, a few of his fans to come on the video and be pissed off. And to be honest, that's fair enough.
That's good
Probably
stuff.
not the channel for you.
I like that, and I like the fact that you're honest. That you're also honest. The way you may do damage control if you have to. I mean, this is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think I want if I'm getting a new group of people coming over, people who I think will enjoy the content, I don't want to trick them into thinking I'm some rant channel. I'm just going to go in and call these guys dickheads.
Yeah.
Say they don't deserve their following. Yeah. I'm not that guy. I'm really not that.
Okay. What recent topic in the commentary community did you enjoy, and which didn't you? I hate that question, Tobes. Fuck that one. How would you do an everything wrong with Tommy C SFTB video look like? That's I didn't write this. I don't know why.
It would take a lot of research.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a shield. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're saying. It's a bit of a shield. I got a threat from Kingslayer. I've got 20 people combing your video right now because you said the wrong. I'm like, yeah, well, I guess they didn't find it.
It's like, for me, for me to make an everything wrong with video, I have to be watching something casually, or I'll be in the fucking shower, I'll be in bed, and I'll just have a thought, and I'll go,
me too.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
that sounds good. I'll do that. I think with the Ali A, the Ninja ones, I saw Fortnite as this thing where if you talk about Fortnite, the video will do well, and they've both proven that. Like the Ali A video is doing better than usual, and that will continue to get views for quite a while now, just because people are searching it.
Is he on Friday Night Fortnite? Has he been invited to Friday Night Fortnite?
Not that I know of. Either that, or he's just like dropped out of it. I know I was doing research on him, and he's definitely involved in another Fortnite contest.
Okay.
So maybe that.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, it could be a thing. Hey Voss, what's up? Voss up, guys. Ali A here. Well, no, it's hey Voss. Well, I guess I don't watch Ali A's videos. I think they're fucking lame and they're aimed at kids, but whatever. I can't. I'm a little like another YouTuber takes a crack. I look at YouTube, strangely enough, very similar to the way Gamer from Mars does. And I generally like his videos. Again, there's plenty of criticism. I do like his videos. And the reason I liked his videos is because he is our librarian. And the librarian's always a little weird and a little awkward. And sometimes she has a lot of dandruff in her hair, and she hasn't. But the job is important nonetheless. And I think that's one of the great things when you go to his website. I mean, I'm not saying his channel, because his channel's not above reproach. He would never say that either. But I do like the way it's organized, and there's something very comforting about that to me.
I think for me, it's when I'm watching a creator, I'm always very aware of whether they're like an extroverted or an introverted person. When I watch an introverted creator, I always feel a slight sense of I feel the video is somewhat forced. So when I watch Gamer with Mars, I'm always thinking like, I feel like he's practiced every line before he says it. Like he says it to himself, and then he goes like, and today we're going to, he gets into his little
Quinn
drone.
Reviews hit him right on the head in a lot of ways. I actually questioned him about that. And I mean, he even admitted it was funny, and that's why I liked him. And I gotta be honest, there's some similarities between their two channels, Quentin Reviews and
I love Quentin. I do love Quentin.
But I gotta be honest, I watch Gamer from Mars more often because I don't feel, and I'm not saying Quentin's definitely the better content creator, but I don't feel the elitism. I don't get the vibe of elitism with Gamer from Mars that I do from Quentin. So I'm willing to take on Gamer from Mars's flaws.
Yeah, I see that. Gamer from Mars definitely is. Yeah. It seems more of like a level approach. When you watch Quentin's videos, I'm always expecting like quite a sharp opinion, or
it's just a vibe I get. But Quentin's really good, by the way, and he's really funny and he's really talented. But I always he reminds me of a guy. Let's say I woke up one day and it's like, you know what? I'm going to Wizards of the Coast and I want to learn magic. And I'd walk in there. It's like, look, guys, I want to learn. I get the feeling he would be the guy fucking with me because this is the first time he could fuck with somebody that could kick his fucking ass all over the place and get away with it. Because I want to play. Yeah. Like, oh wow, it's like going to the chess club with all the dorky guys. Hey, I want to learn to play chess. Oh, do you? Did you stuff me in a locker? Yeah, and that's like I get that vibe from him, and I was like, I think I'd rather watch him. But Quentin's great. This is just a light.
His Fallen Titans series is amazing.
It is. I don't miss too much of Quentin's stuff, but I mean, I guess I'm more comfortable with art.
I can see why.
And I talk to Art once in a while too. So I mean, maybe it could be a personal thing. I don't really talk to Quentin. But you know, that's the thing. People think I'm nuts because I have a thing for Gamer from Mars. And I do. Let's see. So you wouldn't make a fucking video on me. Of course, I'm perfect. Who would you most like to collab with?
Oh,
and
wow.
we're talking unlimited.
Well, the one that's happening this Sunday was definitely one that I wanted for quite a while. Like, but it's not like necessarily a massive collab. It'll be quite a small thing. But I'm hoping when I'm back in London, I'll get to collab with people like I'm Alex. I mean, we've been speaking about that since before Insomnia.
Sure.
I think that'll be a big thing for me because he's definitely one of my inspirations, commentary-wise.
I'd want to collab with Jew Wario just because it would piss everybody off because of the stuff that happens after he's dead. I want to collab with somebody who's absolutely hated and dead.
That would be funny. Yeah. Well,
Jew Wario is on top of my list. I want to collab with a dead guy. I'm shooting for the stars.
Shooting for the grave.
I think another thing too is I don't like when people get Me Too'd after they're dead. That's something really bugs me about that.
How do you mean?
You can't defend yourself when you get Me Too'd. I don't like that. It makes me angry. I don't know that he's guilty or innocent, but we'll never know, and that's what pisses me off.
I think it's also the point.
I feel like what is more helpless when you're accused of something that serious and you can't defend yourself because you're not breathing. It's just something. It's like a kick in the nuts when you had your legs chopped off.
Yeah, and there's no way to battle against it either.
And I don't know all the facts. I'll be perfectly honest with you, and I think there is actually some maybe there's some truth to it, but there's also the severity and how it's been exaggerated, and it really bugs me because he was a creator I kind of dug.
Yeah.
You know, and it was and his death was tragic. So I think that pisses me off. So I want to like that's my thing. I want all my top videos to have like just a little over 50%, and I've done a pretty good fucking job. 3 out of 5 top 5. Yeah,
I was lucky with my little Tay video because when you make a video like that, you're not going to get many.
That's a slam dunk. That's
absolutely.
Dunk. Well, I mean, I had to get one too. I did the Onision, which is, you know.
Oh God, yeah.
He's an
the Onision exposed videos or the rant videos get more views than all of his content does.
I know, it's amazing. Is it? What do you think that is?
It's just, it's a bandwagon of hate that started a few years ago.
It's organized. Look, there's a bandwagon of hate on me to this day. I broke up Baited, remember that? But it's not organized. You know, it's not his. It's organized. It's a community of they're almost open about I hate Onision. And let's get together and talk about how much I hate Onision.
I remember my sister and I used to really enjoy Onision's videos. We used to watch them together like ages ago. Yeah. When back when everyone thought that random equaled funny. Well, at least at the age I was, I believe random.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it still does. I mean,
sometimes.
I like the kids. I don't know if you're familiar with the Canadian comics skit show Kids in the Hall from the 90s. And they did a lot of random humor. I thought it was a fucking scream. You know, it was actually.
I think there is certain, like Asda, for example, the Asda movies on YouTube. I think for me, only recently have I not enjoyed those as much as when I was a kid.
Tears of Fire says James gets a Tommy C as soon as his social play is green. I like your style. It was fucking random ass luck for Marriott. And by the way, I appreciate all you fuckers that came on when I was red, and I will get around to getting some fucking trouble, and I'll put you back on. If Wooly One gets caught with a Woolly One, then you can come on and you can fucking explain yourself. Scarce did it.
That's what happened. I've been going, no, Tommy, I don't want to come on. And then as soon as you come close to my sub count, I'm like, yeah, let's go.
That's good. That's not what happened. You were next on the list, and Tobes really pushed it.
Oh yeah, Tobes has been fighting my corner. I know that.
He's like, you don't got anything to do Wednesday. Get him on. It's like, well, I don't know if he can fucking do it. And then,
I'm so free these days. I've got nothing to do with my life. So,
what are you doing? What are you doing over there? And aren't you going to school? You're in Portugal?
I'm studying, but I'm reaching the end of it. So at the moment, I've got one more exam next week, 2 essays in for the week after. So at the moment, I'm just pottering about doing that stuff. Really.
All right, let's get into Tommy C questions. Let's skip this. Are you banging your brains out, or are you fucking doing nothing?
Well, my girlfriend lives in the UK, so
no, you're banging your brains out. Whoops, no. All right, I didn't write this either. Are you gay? You set off the most of my news team's gaydars, but isn't gaydars? Are you gay?
Well, right.
I don't think that's true. I think it's somebody who wants you to be gay.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. So are you gay?
I've received this more like surprisingly enough ever since I've been doing like theater drama since I was like.
You're hanging around a lot of homos and you picked up their accent.
No, come on. I was born with this accent. I was born with it. You know, I project. I enunciate my T's.
Yeah.
Perhaps a little too much.
There is something feminine about it. I'm not gonna lie, but obviously, I think I saw a picture of your girlfriend before I called. You're doing okay.
Yeah, but I'm punching. Trust me.
Yeah, you're doing all right. I thought you were dating some exotic Portuguese girl.
No,
she's a little brown, got a big old butt.
Mixed race though. She looks very white, but she is surprisingly mixed race. You'd never imagine it, but
that's cute.
There you go.
That's hot. All right, I don't want to hit your girlfriend. It's creepy. It's creepy as fuck. So you're not gay, unfortunately. I wish you'd have present.
Sorry,
look, if you want to, hey, you want to know a good way all you NCO guys get on here? Come out as gay. It's money in the bank. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
There's some views there. That's 10K views.
Some views. For some reason, when you say you're gay, people want to hear you say it. I don't know why, but they do. What are your interests outside of YouTube?
Realistically, like a lot of my interests rely on entertainment, comedy, you know. For me, there's always been a part of me that wants to try stand-up, but at the moment, obviously, I'm in Portugal, so I'm not exactly going to go out and start doing Portuguese stand-up. I'm not sure if I'd really hit the right tone. That's definitely something I want to look into when I'm back in London. But for me, I'm quite a laid-back guy. I do a bit of gaming every now and then, watch some films. I'm big into films.
What are you playing?
At the moment, literally, like my kind of games are the kind of the Elder Scrolls, Fallouts, that those kind of
I can't stand
one-player
those games.
games.
It's not my
but
bag.
then at the moment, I do play Fortnite with my flatmate because that's we suck at it, but it's quite fun.
It's one of the things about Fortnite that I really dig is it's not my favorite game either, but it's one of these things like, hey guys, want to get together. It's social.
Absolutely.
Thing,
I can hit up group chats and go like, oh, does anyone want to play? And then I'll 10 minutes later I'll be playing with like The Right Opinion, Benji, all these.
Yeah, I got to play with Shibi for a quick second.
Oh yeah.
And then that was really cool. And then he actually called in during a show. You can't do that, Shibi. I'd like to talk to him again. I'd love him to call in. I wouldn't mind interviewing him either. I'm green now, Shibi. Come on, baby. Holy shit! You'll never guess who's in the chat.
Who?
It's the official Kevin Blanco! Inside joke. Let's take some calls, buddy. Vault in the Middle East. You're on with James Marriott. What do you got, bud?
So James, who do you think is the next punching bag for the commentary community?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Good question.
Next punching bag. These are kind of hard to predict.
James Marriott.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? If I ever reach like a big milestone, I'm happy to make a video on myself and be the next punching bag for everyone. I'd love that.
No, you don't.
No,
you don't. No, you
maybe
don't.
like not punching bag. Maybe like training bag. Like
Training
just
bag.
I want people to make videos like I make.
The
on
most
me,
you want is to be meme like scarce. That's it. You don't want to get any more than that. Let me tell you. Trust me. Trust.
All right.
me.
I will take that back then.
Yeah, take that back. All right, Vault. Anything else?
No, it's okay. No, nothing much.
You're a good man.
Nothing else. That's it.
You're a good
Thanks,
man.
dude.
All right, take care. Good call. I don't know what this is going to rest in peace, Gustav Elijah. What's up?
Oh,
How are you, sir?
Tommy.
Yes. What do you want? Hey.
Let's see what's going on. Yo, hey, Tommy.
Yeah. You got a question for James?
So, yes.
No, you don't.
Dude, I'm legit in a CSGO match, dude. I wouldn't think I was gonna get on the air, but okay. So, I'm so sorry,
Why are
Tommy.
you
I was
freaking
not
out? Why are you
prepared for
freaking out?
this.
Do you think I might do something to you? Or like hang up on you or something?
He's just starstruck, man.
Yes.
Not many people get the chance to speak to Tommy C and James.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking talk
Okay.
to goddamn James Marriott. You're making me crazy. Go. It's not working. Yelling at him is not working. Go.
Okay, James. Okay, so when like Ali, right? Like when he was doing when he was on like Call of Duty, right?
Right.
he was doing Call of Duty. He would like, oh my god, I don't know.
Why are you freaking out?
I don't know because
We put our pants on the same way you do, dude. I mean, I always wonder why people, like, I don't know.
You're like a different human than me.
No, I'm not. Yeah, well, some people, you're acting like it. You can't even fucking talk. Something tells me you never shut up all day. You come on here and you can't even talk. What happened?
Proper starstruck, man.
I'm just like a
gamer?
He's busy.
All right. Are you going to get this? I do have other calls, man. I've been awfully nice to you.
Okay. Yes, I know. Please, just go to another call. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm so stressed right now.
Try again next time. Relax. God, Jesus Christ. I got to break. Sometimes when I break these kids in, though, they become like great callers. You know, Ricochet. Humming. You
gotta be mean to be kind.
Thank you. I like that name. Look, I do want to go with the guys in there. Augie, you're on the air. Real quick, because I'm running out of time.
No. Yeah. Okay, so I want to make a comment on something James said about when he was doing commentary videos on trending topics. He said it was hard for him to be different than the rest of the crowd. How do you think people who are like successful in this category, like I'm Alex or Wild Spartans, are like? How do you think they make themselves different from the rest of the crowd?
I think, for me, it's a good question. I'm Alex. People like I'm Alex and Wild Spartans, you've got to be. I think when you're doing trending topic commentary, if you're first to the topic, you're going to get a lot of the views from that topic. If you're someone like I'm Alex who is able to get a topic, get his opinion on that really quickly, and put his personality over that, and he can get that done. Back when he was like first blowing up, that's what he used to do. And that is how he blew up, because he was uploading so much and he was getting his personality out there, really making a difference in the community. Nowadays, I'm Alex keeps going because his editing has stepped up. Like, it's really stepped the fuck up. And now he's able to get to those topics, make something which is, still him, still that, core I'm Alex personality. But now you can laugh at the edits he makes. And I think that's why his videos are doing so well, plus the platform that he already has. For me personally, I always struggled with really the timing of it, because I was a small creator. I wasn't involved in the community. I was making videos as much as I physically could. But these videos were never getting seen because they weren't special. And I think now, especially, we're reaching an age in commentary where if you're a creator and you're making something that's different, if you're putting in an extra bit of effort in one field, whether that be like doing a few skits here or there, being especially angry like Cabos is, someone who's really harsh, it's a part of him which is different. And I think that is the difference nowadays, is if you're bringing something new to the table, that can easily blow you up and make you successful in this genre.
That was a good answer. All right, Augie. I'm going to get to some of the other callers, all right?
Cheers, dude.
All right, peace out, guys.
All right, take care. That was quite good. Quite good.
Thank you.
I wish I was that good. I got to be honest with you. Let's put a new guy on. I have a confused Omen. You're on the air.
Hey.
What's up, man? What do you got for
so
James?
James,
I got to shout this out. 588. Summer's here, boys. Please don't leave your dog alone in the car. When you have to have a beer with the boys, I leave my 8-month-old son to keep him company. Thanks for the money. You're a good man, I think. But Confused Omen, the floor is yours with James Marriott.
all right. Do you think some of the problem with the commentary community back then was that everyone was obsessed with the idea of exposed videos?
I can't really speak for the entirety of the community, because I do know how my mind's changed over time. One of the things I highlighted when I made my Everything Wrong with Keemstar video is he hates me, right? Well, he used to tweet about me being a retard. I think it's like, obviously not as much as Tommy C has received, fortunately, but I've had a few tweets here and there. Like,
it's James funny. The guy that rode the short bus to school called you a fucking retard. How funny. Go ahead.
Exactly. But I think definitely the mindset is definitely changing. I think when you see someone like Leafy is Here Fool, you see commentary as a genre where there are winners and there are losers. And I think for the longest time, I believed that you had to be a winner. And you did that by exposing people. But these days, I don't see that as a thing anymore. I think, there's room for us all to win in a certain
I like what you're saying, but I hate the way you say it, James.
Yeah.
Because it does sound like everybody gets a trophy. everybody's in first place. I know that's not what you're saying. That's not what I know.
You get a trophy if you make something good.
I know, but it does sound like that because I think because I'm a Gen X guy and your generation a little different than mine, and I'm not saying everybody in your generation feels that way, but they may have been brought up that way, and it does make me insane.
What I want to get across is that I think you can make, if in my eyes nowadays, if I can make something good, if I can make something, it can be better than someone else's video. I'm not going to call them out for it if it's better. I'm not going to call myself out for it if it's worse. All I'm saying is you don't have to attack people anymore. You can make a decent video that gets views, that gets you, starts to get you more recognition in this community, and you don't have to expose people. And that's all I'm saying.
There you go. There's your answer. Thanks so much for the call, Confused.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
You're better at. I think this is one of my best interviews.
Oh, thanks,
I tell
man.
you, so we had a conversation. I suck at this, and it's kind of a meme that, like, boy, people watch my interviews, fucking watch me crash. Like, oh, you did a good job in the Scares interview. Are you kidding me? I didn't have to do anything. Let's see, Brandon Cat, this person I haven't talked to yet. Brandon Cat, you're on the air. Am I allowed to name the NCO? Fuck it, I don't care.
No.
NCO member Brandon Cat on the air with James Marriott. What you got?
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Thanks for
Appreciate
calling in.
Hey,
man.
Brian.
What you got?
Yeah, that's fine.
What you got, bud?
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Yeah, so yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I think there's like an echo. I'm hearing a double. Let me turn off
I'll be quiet
really quick. Hold on.
I'll turn
There
it
we
down a
go.
little bit.
That's better.
Okay.
Yeah, my question is, so I know you guys both consider yourself entertainers. I would consider you both entertainers and quite entertaining.
Great.
If you guys were in the TV or radio entertainment space, where would you guys think you would find yourselves? That's my question.
It's easy for me. You go, James.
Well, I imagine you'd say in radio.
Yeah, for sure.
But for me, it would be more, you kind of have those comedy panel shows. I'd see myself as either, someone who starts off on one of the teams, and then by the end, hopefully the host. That's where I'd see myself. I like to be in a position where I can crack jokes.
You're late night talk show type guy. That's what I would.
I feel like if I could plan out my career, ideally, it would be go into stand up. Get a few stand-up series out there, then appear on like these panel shows, these quiz shows, the more comedic ones, and then maybe one day, if they want to hire me for a late night show, then so be it. That's the kind of way I see it.
I know what you mean. Obviously, I radio, but let me tell you why. Because unlike you guys, I'm old and I didn't grow up as YouTubers. They would have been. YouTubers weren't my heroes. Guys in their 40s that were unapologetic about their opinions and generally funny and surrounded themselves with funny people. That's what I wanted. That's what I want.
I think for me, my inspiration it's never really been a YouTuber. When I'm talking about my YouTube content and how I'm inspired to make videos, I could certainly look towards that. But if I look towards the personality that I'm trying to get across, the person who I most idolize is Ricky Gervais. I fuck with him. I think he's amazing.
What is it? I like. I forgot what I was going to say because I keep on looking at fucking Right Opinion. He's pissing me off. No. Brady Cat, thanks so much for calling in. I'll see you around. Follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you back. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Take care. Brandon Cat, YouTuber. Why don't you go check his stuff? Type in the chat. Check his stuff out.
He's amazing.
NCO member. I have not checked out his content yet.
He does like these. You post a load of stuff on Twitter about loads of his little animation projects and graphics projects. So you should definitely check them out. Really good stuff.
Animation's coming back with the Quentin. Speaking of Quentin, animation's coming back on the platform.
Absolutely. I think it's an algorithm change.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
I think we're doing. It's certainly getting more.
I wonder if there's an algorithm change for me because videos take 2 weeks for mine to hit the recommendeds, and now podcasts are hitting the recommendeds. That's still different. That's a little different. Something changed here.
I'm pretty sure the Right Opinion's on a similar vibe to that. If you notice, all of his recent videos have been over 20 minutes, and they're all, these massive videos.
Yeah,
they're all getting
everything's
really
a
crazy
podcast
views.
with fucking Right Opinion. Right Opinion on the air.
Hello, Tommy. How you doing?
The leader of this whole operation. Even I'm a lieutenant to the.
I've invited him to my birthday party. We're that close.
You're that close?
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Absolutely.
What do you have to say? Did you before I want to go? Did you witness ML Joe punching Tobes in the face? Because I just like.
No, I did not. No, I did not. I tell you, I wish I would have. That would have been very satisfying.
Great. It would have been fantastic.
When you bring them both on the show, we'll try and act.
Well,
out.
they've both admitted it and they've both denied it. So
I haven't seen it.
It definitely happened.
I don't think they don't think they're saying it didn't happen. Double A Ron said he witnessed it. See,
they probably kissed.
Absolutely.
I just
The faggots.
Oh, I'm glad. Let's have a fight. Fuck it. I mean, it's a little maybe run a little late. I don't know so much, James. Right, but you can chime in. Feel free to chime in. But I do want to keep this down to 5 minutes, if possible. All right.
Okay.
Right.
I had some real problems, right, opinion what you said about Pogo.
Yeah. What did I say about Pogo?
It wasn't satire.
Oh no. I know. I don't think by definition it was satire. No. I mean, who's he satiring?
This is my point.
A
as
homophobe.
Well. I agree with this.
Like
A homophobe.
homophobes. Like, okay, he's satiring homophobes.
Yeah. That ends
like,
it.
I don't get I don't see where the greater political statement is.
At the end of the video.
Borderline. No, generally that was the part that I thought was the most serious.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But there's 3 people being satirized. One of them aren't in the room. There are the average, sort of everyday, mundane, sort of maybe. I'm going to take a leap here. The left-wing view of what a homophobe looks and sounds like. That would have been the character that he was satirizing. There is the obviously the mad drooling maniac terrorist, and there is the progressive that is being satirized. The only person that's not the person that's sort of not in the room, I would say, and that's the biggest piss take. It's the people that are standing up for gay rights on one hand and sort of looking the other way, or talking about gun control when 50 gay men are killed. So I think and he did this under 2 minutes. I don't understand why you didn't find that brilliant. I'm surprised.
I don't find it brilliant. And I tell you, I don't think I'll ever find it brilliant, and mainly for the reason that you can say, haha, he got everyone, but for me it was just like, as someone who doesn't know Pogo, as someone, I accept, like, probably telling a joke. That's fine. I don't
think it's a free speech issue with you, but you said it was no satire. I don't think that was
I don't. It's really hard to say, like, satire because it was just so dead serious to me. Like, I do believe there are people who genuinely think that.
So what?
That's
why it works. But that's why it works, because there's people that generally feel that way.
I know, but that's the issue. At what point can you just mimic someone being completely serious and then go, guys, gotcha, satire.
You need
like,
Andy. I'll let you talk, James. You need Andy Kaufman in your life, sir.
I'll have to check him out, but like,
you need Andy Kaufman in your life. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's how I'm going to answer it. I'm going to let you win the argument, but you need Andy Kaufman in your life. James, you wanted to say something?
My issue was, like, I couldn't see the point in it. Like, this guy, he had the negative reaction that he had. I can't understand where in what world he was expecting something different from the modern climate that we're in. But then to have that reaction and then delete, did he delete his social media?
Deleted in 2016. That's the thing. It was brought up out of nowhere. This was during the election, during the Pulse shooting. So I think the timing might have been a little better, strangely enough, during the Pulse shooting. But now I think somebody was spiteful, and they just up and released it. So the thing was 2016, and that's where the commentary is. It is satire, it's deadpan humor, and it is social commentary, and it hit it under 2 minutes. And I laughed at the whole fucking thing. And I think a lot of the conversation I thought the fucking thing was terrible.
See, but the thing is, I didn't laugh at it. I was mainly, I guess maybe the point of it was to shock people.
It is.
And I think, I was certainly shocked.
It's tough. Well, I figured it out as soon as he was just like the teenage girls thing. That was fucking funny to me. Right?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't. It's all right. I see now, like, obviously what he was trying to do, but as someone who's completely, like, estranged from him, I think the issue is that if people interpret it as serious, then it just kind of spirals at that point. So
this is why you need Andy Kaufman, because the point of the art is not to worry about how it's interpreted. It's the art itself. You know what I mean?
I get that, but I assume Andy Kaufman does all his performances under the premise that it is satire.
No, he did not. In fact, let me give you a quick example, and we have to end the show, and I have to shout everybody out in the show.
That's fine. I was here to ask something else.
He showed up. He got famous for doing the Mighty Mouse bit, where he played a record, pretended to be a foreigner and went, "Here I come to save the day," right? And it was a really, really popular bit. Like most artists, he fucking got sick of it, and he got sick of doing his act because it became the most commercial part of his act. So he shows up to a college student. Everybody's expecting Andy Kaufman. Here I come to save the day, the Latka character, which became the Latka character. And he shows up with colonial gear on, and he starts to read The Great Gatsby, right? He reads The Great Gatsby on stage for the next hour and a half. People throwing shit, demanding their money back. They're kicking over chairs, they're throwing stuff. And at one point, he slams the book, right? And he says, it's just a damn shame you people do not understand what fine art is, so fine. And he brings the record player over. People start to cheer because they're going to get the bit. He puts the needle on the record, and it picks up him reading on the record just where he left off. That's beautiful. He lost. He got in trouble. He wasn't allowed to play at school again. But it's what was done, what was great, and that's why I think it's brilliant. That's my argument.
I mean that's fine, and I just said it in the chat. So I'm not saying like when I said it wasn't satire. It becomes a really fine line because okay, depends how we define satire. You want to call it satire?
Okay.
That's fine by me. But then it's an argument over semantics, which isn't really necessarily what should be discussed about the joke.
I'm not saying you're entitled to disagree with me, by the way. I really think you're missing something. I think you would enjoy it more if you knew that I knew.
I don't. Pogo is not a comedian. I think that was the problem.
Irrelevant. I'm not a journalist. I do journalism.
I know, but this is the thing. This is the thing. I completely believe that. Okay, at this point, he was joking.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally just found it quite tasteless. All right.
Oh, okay, fair enough. James?
It's hard to find the joke and satire. Like obviously, then you're implying a greater social commentary.
He said teenage girls.
I found.
Yeah. All right.
And I know we're gonna run over, but
isn't it funny how they're bringing in people to the country unvetted that have even more hate towards homosexuals than he does?
That's the issue. Like you're saying, like at this point, he's parodying homophobes, a progressive's view of homophobes, and a progressive, and those narratives became so mired and intertwined that it becomes very hard to decipher who he was trying to parody, and that's what makes it good.
And that's why you need it, because that's what makes it great, because it makes it so hard. All right, I got to get back to James because it is his interview, but I've been dying to argue with over this.
He's always here trying to steal my thunder.
Yeah, no, that's I don't say. But James,
I will steal your thunder. I'm gonna reach 100K before you, Marriott. By the way,
we'll
watch
see,
this
we'll
fucking
see.
space.
Oh, really? Is this a real competition? Like
No. We're starting up a podcast again soon, so
yes, you did. I did have that written down. You guys did start a podcast. I don't know where it is. Last question, I guess. Are you politically inclined, like James?
I am. I'm very much. When it comes to YouTube, I tend to go for the smart man plays the fool approach, where I try to keep out of it, especially on Twitter as well. I try to keep out of it, but I do get involved in politics. I do read up on a fair amount. James knows this. We chat politics every now and then, and that was the original. The podcast. It was a political based podcast.
Invite me on. Invite me on. I want to argue with y'all.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's about time I started doing interviews again. Fuck it. Might as well do it before I start losing subs again. I'm going to have to go back into my shell of my fan. Everybody, I hope you really enjoyed the James Marriott interview. His links are in the description box below. Please get it. Thank everybody for donating. And you know what time it is, kids? It's time to read off, or at least shout out some of the people that did donate in the last hour. Here we go. Pig Dot. James Marriott finally made it big. I'm weepy-eyed. We heard that. Bernie Gers, love the stream. Been here since 33K. Thank you. I wonder if that means 33K the first time or 33K the second time.
All that matters is that you're on it. That's all that matters.
Bacon King. James Marriott's hair. Thank you so much. Thank you, hair.
Never going to live that one down.
Vault. Feith. I've been watching Big Lad James since 3K. So for like 2 months. Yeah. Really? Is it you jumped that much since then?
Yeah, no, it's been a bit of a crazy ride. I remember when I left for Spain in September, I was on 1,800 subscribers.
Jeez.
That was in September, yeah.
Congratulations. It's I know where you are. I know how good that feels, by the way. And
it's a great feeling.
Simon Spongebath, you and Keemstar should have a spelling bee in the Special Olympics. All right. Did Pyro ever give James his sock back?
No.
What a prick.
He replied to my video on him, though, so I feel like it's okay.
George 12, Ricochet, and I can't say your name. Hayaskite. Summer's here, boys. Please don't leave your dog in the car. Yes, we did all that shit already. Stick around, Right Opinion. I think it's time for us to end the program. Thanks so much for being a part of this special interview. We'll see you. We'll see y'all. Pay attention to Twitter. Tomorrow's show's up in the air. My wife's getting an operation. I'll let you know more. See you.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town, the King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me read them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.